Good afternoon. It is August 31st, 2022, and here's what we're looking at for today. I think we just hit two measured legs and went a little further. We didn't hit the measured move of the overnight range, so that's what it looks like to me. This channel, I don't think it would have helped you. Maybe here it'd give you more confidence to take a trade like this one I have the box over. But other than that, doesn't look like it would have helped you. But that was the trend channel. I'll keep it up just in case there's some value in there as we go along. But let's start over here. You got this second entry long confirming this key entry point right here. I marked it aggressive because you wouldn't really know where the highs of this channel are because it's not like we have confirmation of it up here, and that means that this swing came up short of the highs of the channel. So yeah, it confirms the trend line, but given all the information we got, it wouldn't be too surprising if this was all one leg down. So maybe a little risky. So depends on what you like. But if you see that trend line, that looks pretty good. And I think that gets you 2-point scalp. I think it gets like 10 ticks or something. Yeah, something like that. So we go higher, and again, we make two more swings that come up short of this high of the channel, and we're within the overnight highs and lows. So you can't really take anything in here. Nothing sets up, and we get a nice sell-off. But this is all too far from the EMA, and then prices bounce off like one of the closing prices from yesterday, and this kind of looks like a failure here. And that is off the trend line, so you might take that. Let's see if yeah, I think that's a failure. I just personally don't really no, this looks pretty good. I think I have to mark it green because the day we're inside the overnight highs and lows, and that's right into the midline, though it is confirming that trend channel. But that looks like pretty good setup. That looks like it might be, you would have to have a lot of confidence because of this midline to be going along there, so that's why I'm marking it green. It does look pretty darn good though. We get the overshoot, and we get a leg up to a new high, and then some sideways stuff before we get a break. And to me, the range looks like it's just about there. So we break out and we form this channel down, and you actually get a failure right here. I kind of like this failure, but you're given the context, you're going into this low, but it is right up coming from the overnight highs. But when you get this second entry short, I like that. First entry, second entry, congestive right here. Get a break, two legs down before it goes sideways. They can't reverse it. We start trending lower again. You get this second entry, but I wouldn't be, this signal bar is not good. It's above the EMA. Then we come down here and you get a second entry short. And that confirms the trend channel. So why did I mark this aggressive? I'm not too sure why I marked this aggressive. This looks pretty good. There's stem there, but this looks like a second entry off. Oh, okay, because we came up short on this swing. Yeah. We came up short on this swing of the channel lows, so I think that's a little bit aggressive. And then you're just too late in the trend after this. This is probably I would say the break is right here. Get one leg down to a new low, and you get a reversal up here. Okay, I marked this I marked this green because it's all right. I was talking about this trade. So this is a reversal setup. Tries to go lower once and then a second time, but the context is we're in a range. In this channel down, we haven't had two legs down to a new low. This isn't off of a trend channel. Okay, that would be the channel, and this clearly wasn't off of it, so it's probably better to wait on a second entry. That comes right here and traps a bunch of longs. I didn't mark this one, but I like this a lot. I'm going to mark this aggressive because we're in this congestion here, but that's the second entry short. It's a failed second entry long. Only thing is, again, it's just not off of a trend channel. But I do like that. And you really get like a triple test right here, but this is just too congestive. All the shorts are piling on. Come down here and we don't quite make it to the lows of this channel, but we make a lows to the greater channel. And so that's probably why prices bounced. We come up here and prices can't go higher just yet, and then they bounce and go higher. I got a lot of trend lines drawn here. We got this one working up, and we come up here and we bounce, and you get a failure, and it looks very similar to this one here. I like this. However, if you had this trend channel drawn, you might not take that. I liked it. I took it on the simulator. I went on the engulfing bar, and that's the only way it would have worked. This one is too far gone. Let's see, what else might have kept you out of this? If you do, no, because you probably wouldn't have had this channel yet, so that's tough. But I like that setup. Because another reason I like that setup is because it looks like we have two legs up to a new high. But we bounce right here and you get a failure to the long side. And when we bounce right here, you should definitely know that this is a trend channel. And for that reason, I think you can take this failure. Ride it to these highs, get an overshoot, and that leads to a couple legs up, which leads to a break. I don't see anything in here. This is a failure that you might take. I'm not crazy about it because this ticks higher right here. It's not off a trend line. So you might take that, and then I'm sure some people probably miss this tick higher. So this kind of looks like it would be the failure. First entry, failed second entry. But this closes above the EMA. This closes above the EMA. That's what might keep you out of this one. And this turns out to be a trend. No setups in here. And you got a couple trends. This looks like a trend down here. But that fails, so I think this trend ended up being the more valid one. We get a break pretty early on, make a leg down, first entry, second entry, no good signal bar, so then you get this lower high. I like that. And this was actually a failure right here. So you might take that, but it closes above the EMA. I think I just talked about this. So it's like a lower high off a second entry and a lower high off of a failure. And it bounces off the trend line for what it's worth, even though we had a break already.
They trap people on a second entry short right here. Oh, I didn't see that. But that's an inside bar. So, I'm trying to think of what else could. Well, yeah, and we also had 2 legs down to a new low. So, price action is following the rules right there. I don't think you can take this, but it kind of looks like a double test. Mac marks stuff like this sometimes, but and it kind of also looks like a failure or something, but that's above the EMA. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably something you could take. Break leads to overshoot. First entry, second entry. Not crazy about that. Inside bars. I probably shouldn't even mark that, really. Make a new low right here, and you get a first entry, failed second entry. That's off the trend line, or near the trend line, but not near the EMA, so I'm not crazy about it. Come up here, hit the high of the larger daily channel, and then we get a break. And there's just nothing in here that I see that I like. Get another break. It fails. You get a failure right here. And then a lower high that turns out to be also a second entry short, but not a good signal bar, so I'm not going to take that. And that's pretty much it. So, hope everyone had a great day. Let's get one last look at this. And I'll be back tomorrow.